Start a text adventure about the hidden treasure inside the deep forest.
All right, let's dive into it. You find yourself at the edge of a dense, mysterious forest, rumoured to hold a hidden treasure deep within its heart. The trees are tall and the path ahead is shrouded in mist. You have a few options. You can either head north along the winding trail, venture east toward the sound of running water, or explore the dark cave to the west. Which direction will you choose?
Ooh, this sounds like an exciting adventure. I think I'd be tempted to head east toward the sound of running water. There's something about that that feels like it could lead to a hidden stream or maybe even a waterfall that might hold some clues. But of course, I'm curious to hear what you pick.
Awesome choice. As you make your way east, the sound of running water grows louder and more inviting. Soon, you stumble upon a sparkling stream winding its way through the forest. The water is clear, and you notice some glimmering objects at the bottom of the stream. You can either try to wade into the water to investigate, follow the stream further upstream, or maybe look around the banks for any hidden paths. What would you like to do?
I love the spectacle of that stream. I think I'd be tempted to look around the banks first, just to see if there are any hidden paths or maybe some clues that might lead to the treasure. But I'm definitely curious about those glimmering objects in the water too. Let me know which direction you'd like to go.
Great choice. You carefully scan the banks of the stream, stepping over moss covered rocks and pushing aside some ferns. After a moment, you spot a narrow hidden path that seems to lead deeper into the forest. You also notice some faint markings on the trees that might be clues left by previous adventurers. As you follow the path, you can either investigate the markings more closely or continue along the path to see where it leads. What will you do?
I love the mystery of those markings. I think I'd want to investigate them more closely first. Maybe they hold some hints about what's ahead, or even some warnings or tips from those who came before. Once we get a good look at those, we can decide whether to keep going down the path or maybe take another route. Let's dive in.
Perfect. You step closer to the trees and examine the markings. They appear to be a series of symbols, almost like a coded message. As you piece them together, you realize they hint at a hidden trap and also point toward a safe path leading further ahead. You also find a small carved arrow that directs you to continue along the path you are on. With this new insight, you feel more confident moving forward. Now that you have this information, would you like to continue along the path or do something else?
That's awesome. With that knowledge, I definitely feel more prepared. I think I'd continue along the path, keeping an eye out for any signs of that trap and following that carved arrow. It sounds like it's guiding us to safety and maybe closer to that treasure. Let's keep moving forward and see what awaits us.
Excellent. With renewed confidence, you follow the path, keeping a sharp eye out for any danger. The forest around you grows denser and the air is filled with the scent of pine and earth. As you proceed, you notice the path begins to ascend slightly and the trees start to thin out. Eventually, you come to a clearing where you spot a dilapidated old chest, half buried under leaves and vines. It looks like you're getting close to something exciting. What would you like to do next?
Oh, that's so exciting. I think the first thing I do is carefully clear away the leaves and vines to get a better look at the chest. I'd also keep an eye out for any traps or hidden mechanisms just to be safe. Once it's all cleared, we can try to open it up and see what treasures await inside. Let's do it.
Absolutely, safety first. You carefully brush aside the leaves and vines, revealing the chest in all its glory. The wood is aged and the metal bindings are rusted, but it looks like it's still intact. As you examine it, you notice a faint hidden mechanism that might have been a trap. With a bit of careful maneuvering, you disable it, ensuring it's safe to open. Finally, you lift the lid and peek inside. The chest is filled with glittering gold coins, precious gems, and a few mysterious artifacts. It looks like your adventure has paid off. What would you like to do next?
Wow, that's amazing. I think I'd definitely take a moment to appreciate the treasure and carefully examine those mysterious artifacts. Maybe there's a clue about the forest or some hidden history there. And of course, I'd make sure everything is secure before heading back. This is definitely a rewarding moment. Let me know if you'd like to explore further or wrap things up.
Absolutely, that sounds like a fantastic plan. As you sift through the treasure, you find a few intriguing artifacts: an ancient looking compass, a small scroll with cryptic writing, and a beautifully carved amulet. Each item seems to hint at the forest's history and perhaps other hidden secrets. You take your time to study them and you feel like you've uncovered a piece of the forest mystery. Once you're satisfied, you carefully secure everything and make your way back, feeling accomplished and excited about the adventure you've had. If you ever want to continue exploring or dive into more mysteries, I'm here for it.
Absolutely. That sounds like a perfect ending for now. I love how the adventure unfolded, and those artifacts definitely open the door to more mysteries. Whenever you want to continue our journey or explore new adventures, I'm totally here for it. Until then, I'll just be here, ready for the next chapter.